Episode 19. You are listening to the new Glam Gal podcast, the podcast where style meets confidence. Conquer the frustration of trying on clothes and learn to dress and love the body you are in. There are no size or weight requirements here. I'm your host, Miss J. Join me, won't you? Hey, Glam Gal, welcome back to the podcast. My grandmother, Leda, was known for some pretty funny sayings. This woman had an amazing sense of humor, and she had these great one-liners and this really interesting approach to life, as well as thoughts on pretty everyday, mundane things. And one of the things my grandmother always used to say was to make sure that you had on fresh undies, preferably panties and a bra set that actually matched each other when you went out in the event of a car accident or some other emergency that would require emergency personnel to look at your underwear. Because, the worst thing that could happen was not necessarily getting in the accident itself. It's being caught in a panty set that was not matching and kind of, janky. And I just think this is so funny and so typical of really my family in general, who are like the funniest people I've ever encountered, particularly my aunts. My grandmother has passed away now, but my aunts and my sisters have definitely taken on my grandmother's sense of humor and personality. While I don't necessarily have a matching panty set when I go out, and to be honest, sometimes, my things aren't the prettiest, I definitely think about her when some sort of emergency happens and I'm out and about, and thank goodness I have on a fresh pair of underwear. What's really funny is that at one point I was in a pretty bad car accident. I was about 15 years old when the car accident occurred, and I had just gotten my first Victoria's Secret bra, and it was so beautiful, and I was so proud of this stupid thing. And literally the day after Christmas, the day after I got this new bra, I was in this horrible car accident. And long story short, I had road rash all over my body, so I could not remove my clothing myself. I had to have it cut off of me, kind of like a diaper. And I remember pleading with the nurse, please, please, please don't cut my bra. You don't understand. It's a brand new bra. It's a Victoria's Secret bra. It's the first one I've ever gotten. Please don't cut my bra. And I had just been in this horrific car accident. I'm covered in blood, and I'm pleading with the nurse, please, please don't cut my bra. And I just think about that story now, and I think about my grandmother, and I just think we are some wacky women in my family. So why am I telling you all of this? Well, I know that not all of us go out every weekend with a matching panty set in our best clothing just in case of an emergency. But I kind of want to offer you that even though you're off on the weekend, or you're not doing your normal business activities, or maybe even seeing other humans, I want you to learn to perhaps elevate your loungewear and go full weekend glam if you're ready. Why is this important? A lot of times we just get through the week. We get gussied up for work. We get gussied up because we're going to see other human beings. We put an effort into our appearance. And then on the weekend, it's as if we've completely given up and we are not important enough to get dressed for. And I really want to challenge that. I don't necessarily want to scare you into a matching panty set, and I don't want to scare you into buying good underthings in the event that someone could see you in an emergency. But I do want to say that you see you, and you are worth dressing up for, even if it's only the weekend. A lot of us really are just getting by. We just have to get through the week. We just have to get through the week. And we never purposefully plan our rest, and therefore we never purposefully plan our lounge wear. It's almost an afterthought. And as I've worked with clients over time, I've gone through their closets with them, and I've realized a lot of their loungewear is really just free schwag that they've gotten from some event. If they're a runner, it's their marathon t-shirts. If they have a lot of school activities and all of their kids' programs, those become their loungewear, all those t-shirts. If they're a business person who goes to a lot of conferences, then it's all the free swag from all these conferences. And maybe some of the free swag is kind of dope and you actually want to wear it around. But for the most part, these are just throwaway t-shirts, and that's your go-to on the weekend. And I'm not faulting that, but I also want to ask you, why? Do you like what you're wearing? Would you want to be seen by emergency personnel in case of an emergency in that swaggy t-shirt? Will it really matter in the end? Probably not. But I want to offer that stylish outfits come from stylish feelings and stylish thoughts. And if you're going for the free swag t-shirt, do you like your reasons? Do you like your underlying thoughts and the underlying feeling you have? If it's a yes, then hey, go forth and conquer, wear that free swag, rock it to Target, wear it all weekend. But if you kind of catch yourself looking in the mirror and hoping no one sees you when you do your Target run, then we gotta talk, my friend. So that's sort of the mindset work this week. I want you to challenge how you dress on the weekend. I want to offer you that getting glammed up on the weekend is available to you. If you go back to our episode about shopping your closet and final form, which is the episode where we talk about a drama-free getting ready routine, you'll know that we talked about the idea that you don't have to be 100% all the time. Whatever your getting ready routine is, if you were to adopt a math over drama approach, and instead of being at 100%, you could be at the 50% version or the 25% version of your completely glammed up self, what would that look like? And I want you to adopt the same principle and the same mindset for the weekend. You don't have to wear free swag just because it's the only thing available to you. If a pair of yoga pants and a swaggy shirt are two items, you could just as easily reach for a cute pair of jeans and a cute blouse, a dress, and a cardigan. Same amount of items, math over drama, 2 items in each scenario, they're all available to you. Now, why is this so important? Because we never put an actual emphasis on rest. We put so much emphasis on our business life, our work life, our family life, and there's so much buzzwords around self-care, but everyone thinks that's just like a bubble bath and a massage once in a while. And I want to offer you that self-care is more than just a hygiene thing. It's a set of small choices that you make for yourself throughout the week. The food you eat, how you choose to move your body, the things you choose to listen to or watch. All of that picture, the overall picture itself, is a portrait of what your self-care is like. And a lot of us are running at a level 10 all week. We're putting in all the effort all week into how we look. We're putting in the effort all week into the thoughts about ourselves. And the weekend, we just sort of succumb to, well, I've tried all week. I'm done, son. I'm done. And I totally get that. I mean, I work a full-time job. This is not my full-time gig. I am a lawyer by day. So I completely understand the running at a level 10 all week and then just succumbing to a level 1 during the weekend. However, I've also noticed that I do that because I don't put a premium on self-care. And I was doing that when I was not scheduling my rest with intention. I was scheduling everything else in my life except my rest. And I was taking care of all of my clothing except for my loungewear because I was never putting a premium on rest itself. And if you look at different women's loungewear and the quality of their loungewear, the quantity of their loungewear. It says a lot about what they think about rest in general and whether they put a premium on it or not. Now, some of you rest in the nude, and this is not a concern for you. I'm not talking to you ladies. I'm talking to the free schwag girls who are afraid to run into X, Y, or Z at Target for fear of what other people will think of their outfits. And ultimately, if you have that fear running around in your brain, it's because you don't like your outfit and you don't like the way you look. Because if you were fully confident and totally owning whatever you wore on your Target run, it wouldn't matter if anyone else saw you. So the fact that those kind of thoughts come up for my glam gals lets me know that there's a little bit of an area we need to work on. And maybe glammed up is not where you're at. You're not ready to be glammed up on the weekend. That's totally fine. I get that. But what about 50%? What about 25%? What if going for the 2 items that will reflect stylish thoughts, as opposed to reflecting that you don't give a good damn at this point about yourself? Are you putting a premium on rest? Are you setting your rest with intention? Are you scheduling it just like everything else? If not, why not? Loungewear is just a reflection of how you choose to lounge and how you're choosing to self-care. It's an outward manifestation, just like style in general is an outward manifestation of how you think about yourself. If you were truly owning your loungewear, then this episode doesn't matter. But if you have some niggling doubts and some insecurities and self-consciousness when you're roaming about, then I would say, stay tuned, my dear, and start evaluating quality and the quantity of your loungewear. What is it saying about the thoughts you're having about rest in general? Start purposefully scheduling your rest. Literally allow blank spaces on your calendar where you plan to do nothing. I know this makes some of you really nervous, but I really mean that. Create some white space in your life and room to just be. Create some white space in your life and room to just be so you can get to know yourself. See if you like the woman you're becoming. Spend some time in your own company and do it while dressed fabulously. Why not? So your mindset work, your mission, should you choose to accept it, Glam Gal. Evaluate your loungewear. See where you can elevate it. Let go of some of that free schwag and donate it to the next gal who's on her journey. If you can, purchase at least one item that's good quality, that's soft, that's smooth, that will remind you that you put yourself at the top of your to-do list and that you're worth that little bit of effort. Now, here's some practical style tips. You don't have to spend a ton on loungewear. As much as I admire the Lululemon and Athleta girls, I don't think you have to spend that much to look stylish roaming about. And there's a whole mess of athleisure wear that you can wear at this point at all different sizes. So don't let the size issues be a reason why you're not elevating your loungewear or your leisure wear. And there's some inexpensive options. Believe it or not, the Gap and Old Navy offer some pretty sweet loungewear that's very soft. They have luxe tees. They have a whole line of luxe products that are super smooth, cotton type fabrics that are breathable, washable, but is just a rung above your schwaggy t-shirt. And there's options for plus sizes there as well. They go up to a 3X. There's also Bryant, who offers a whole line of athleisure wear, their line called LIvi. For you gals who are in smaller sizes, there's definitely a plethora of options available to you for leggings in all different colors and styles and shapes. Whatever you want, boo. But I don't want you to get in your own way and say that there are no options available to you or that there's no price points available to you, because that's simply not true anymore. The market is answering women's calls for more inclusive sizing and more inclusive price points. So I want you to get out there and be curious, run a basic Google search, and look at all the options that are available to you. I will also leave some links in the show notes and where you can buy some fairly inexpensive loungewear that's just a little bit elevated. All right, Glam Gal. If you need help with this, please feel free to reach out to judithgaton.com and sign up for a free style session, or always feel free to message me on Instagram at judithgaton. Use the hashtag #NewGlamGal so I can see what you're up to. All right, let's get it, Glam Gal. Miss J out. P.S. iTunes has made some changes into the way we find podcasts, so I'm asking you to do me a favor. Well, actually, two. One, can you tell a friend about the podcast? Two, leave me a rating on iTunes. That really helps me to be found by other listeners. All right, thank you so much. Miss J now officially out.